The book and the show do not equate at all. They are two vastly separate entities, like not the same thing at all. So I just came across a video by Alexis Kawasaki, I'm pretty sure, and she was talking about how she just started reading the Vampire Diaries books and how different they are from the show. And like she was talking about the first one, and I had the same experience years ago, and I have to tell you guys like how different it is, because like the books aren't that good. I'm gonna be honest, like plot wise, good, but like writing, I like writing wise, it's not all that great. I'm gonna be honest. No diss to LJ. No diss to LJ. But I want to talk about like the lore, like how crazy the lore gets. Because like the further you get, I think I read up to like book 7, 8. I want to say I think I read all the books that LJ herself wrote. But like, bro, crazy. Okay, so I started watching the Vampire Diaries after the third season ended. Like I knew about it before then. I had heard about it, but I never like tuned in because like I was a true blood. I was a true blood addict. Like that was my shit. I would watch it on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. It was like Twilight. What Twilight was for y'all, True Blood was that for me. But then I found out about the Vampire Diaries and I was like, I want some more vampire media. I just checked it out one day. Fell in love. Fell in love. I finished the 3 seasons in like I want to say like 2-3 weeks. Like I ran through that shit. I was young as hell, mind you. I was like probably like 12, I don't know, 13, one of those ages. But bro, I ran through it and I was like, I need more of this. I found out they were based on books. I went to read the books. I don't know why I kept reading, but it was a completely different beast, bro. Now, if you want to read the books, which I don't fully recommend, honestly, there will be spoilers. But like, here it is. Here are the differences that like I remember. First of all, Stefan and Damon are not like descended from Italian immigrants who were like active during the Civil War, and they aren't like 170 years old. They're from Italy, Renaissance Italy, and they're like 500 years old. Elena, she becomes a vampire in I want to say the third book or like the fourth book, and then no, she becomes a vampire in like the third book, and then in the fourth book, you'll never believe. You will never believe. She dies as a vampire, comes back to life, and she's now an angel. And I'm not talking about like a higher spiritual being. Like, no, she's an angel. She has wings. And her wings have different colors and different powers too. I think she has like 5 different types of wings, the colors of the rainbow, and they each have a different power. Like some can destroy, some can heal, some can like control memories. I don't know. Wings of power, bro. She has wings, like the Wings Club. Bonnie is not a witch, and this part really threw me when I first started reading. She's also white with red hair and like super like frail. Like she has like a tendency of like fainting and like being in need of help every time she has like a vision or something. Because mind you, she's not a witch, she's a psychic. And like later in the books, she learns like Celtic druid magic, I believe it is. And like it's just, I don't know, her whole story is crazy. And Bonnie is also like super boy crazy in the books. Like, you know how like in the TV show she's like very much like, I'ma do me? She's boy crazy in the books. And Damon is in love with her, obsessed with her. Also, the fact like he like he has like a dark connection to her and her one to him, like she's also like it's a reciprocal thing. But like this is what made me think like after Elena like, perished in the show, or not like died, but was put to sleep in the show, this is what made me think like they were gonna explore the Damon Bonnie connection, and they never did. And low-key, I wanted it. I'm not gonna lie. Low-key, I wanted to see it. Caroline. Caroline in the books is not a blonde. She's not their friend. In fact, her, Bonnie, and Elena kind of hate each other. They have a third friend named Meredith, who's revealed to be a vampire hunter. And the doctor who gave Elena the blood in the third season, that saved her life, or like that resurrected her into a vampire, is like a 17-year-old vampire hunter in the books, and she's best friends with Bonnie and Elena. Yeah, Caroline, not their friend. Also, not a blonde. She's a redhead. Later in the books, here's some crazy lore. Later in the books, her and Tyler, they're together, and she becomes pregnant with twins. Tyler is a werewolf. She becomes pregnant with twins. After giving birth to the twins, or while being pregnant with the twins, I can't remember. I read these books long ago. She becomes a werewolf. Caroline, who is like the perfect vampire in the show, honestly, becoming a vampire made her a much better character in the show. In the books, is a werewolf, and she just gets worse and worse. Also a redhead. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but Elena is like blonde and mean as hell in the books, and boy crazy. I really did not like Elena in the books. Like I don't. This is why I don't understand why I kept reading for so long, because like she was a very unlikable like main character. But I was like, it got vampires in it. Let's do it. I want to say like very unlikable. Like you feel for her. You do feel for Elena in the books the same way you do for her in the show. But she sometimes like she does and says things that are like, or even like thinks things. And like I never police like how a character thinks. Like when you're reading like, especially like first person narrative, like you're in that character head. You're in that character's head. So like you're, you know how they think. But like Elena was like very much so an asshole in the books. And she's not, I don't know, she's just not the Elena that I remember. Like the Elena that I had become used to in the show. Like I know in the show a lot of people, or like from the show Elena, a lot of people have this idea of like everyone was dying for her. She's such a crybaby. Ugh, I can't stand Elena. Y'all lost me with that. I'm an Elena stan to the day I die. Like till they take me out of here. You will never hear me like spill hate on Elena. I'm sorry. First of all, were there times where I screamed at the screen, Bonnie, no! Bonnie, choose yourself, Bonnie, no! Yes, yes. But everyone who put their life on the line for Elena did so of their own volition. They had a choice not to, still did it. Everyone's bending their back over for. That's what happens when you're that girl. Like, I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to say. Plus, oh my God, she's a crybaby. She nearly died in the same accident that killed both her parents. She met her real dad. I mean, then she found out her parents weren't even her real parents. Met her real dad, major asshole, trying to kill her boyfriend. Rightfully so, Loki. Rightfully so, Loki. Then she met her real mom, bro. Killed herself right. Hated her, treated her like trash. Killed herself right in front of her. Then Jenna. Then her brother. Then, like, there's, like, it's endless, like, don't even. You'd be crying every other day, too. Hell, I don't even know if I'd survive all that, bull. Back to the lore, back to the lore. The vampires in the books are much more powerful. Like, maybe not strength-wise, but, like, they can... You know how in, like, the first episode, Damon was, like, controlling fog and had crows doing his bidding? They can do that shit in the books, like, throughout. They can control weather, and I mean, like they can make it rain. Like, they can control weather. Some of them can control the elements. They can fly. They can transform into animals. Not just, like, can make them do their bidding. They can transform into animals. Catherine can become a cat. Catherine... Wait, y'all. This is a doozy. In the books, they are not doppelgangers. Catherine and Elena, not doppelgangers. You will figure it out as the books go on. But you know, I said Elena becomes an angel. Yeah, it wasn't fully. They figured out it wasn't fully because like she was resurrected into like a higher being. Her mom was actually an immortal angel or guardian, a guardian, I believe they call them. And her mom was so old that Catherine, who was born like 500 years ago in the books, well, she's like the same books. I mean, she's the same age as in the books and in the show. Catherine, who was born like 500 years ago, is not Elena's doppelganger. But the reason they look so much alike in the books, they look so much alike too. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Thank God they changed it. I'm gonna be real. Like Elena in the TV show is so cute to me. Love her. But in the books, Catherine and Elena, sisters. Half sisters. Same mom. Same immortal angelic mother. Whoa. And in the books, Catherine is like a lot different too. Like Elena is the mean one. But Catherine, while she doesn't like Elena in the books and she still is like kind of the aggressor, she's like, I don't know. She's not as smart. She doesn't have a plan. She's not as like conniving. She just feels like a teenage girl who's just like doing shit. Despite being like 500 years old, she still feels like just like a teenage girl who's just like, oh, I want Stefan. I want Stefan. I want Stefan. But like, I know she's like that in the show too. Like, she's in love with Stefan, but like, she was still like, I'ma do me. I'ma take care of me. Like, I'm Catherine Pierce. I'm a survivor. In the books, she's a little dumb. Like, she's a little dumb. Also in the books, they're not Bulgarian. Catherine and Elena are not Bulgarian. I'm pretty sure that was changed because of like Nina Dobrev's heritage, but in the books, they're German. Or at least Catherine is. Like von something, German. Also in the books, there isn't like the whole Ripper thing with Stefan, and he does feed off people. Like, I remember him feeding off Tyler as like revenge because Tyler is like a total asshole. Like, Tyler is just like a raging asshole in the books. Like, he really is. And I think they try to blame it on him being a werewolf, like once you figure it out. Oh, also more lore. In the later books, there are kitsunes. Y'all remember when Kira was on Teen Wolf and they got rid of my girl? Ooh, she was my favorite. Brought the best season. Season 3 will go down in history. Best lore, so fantastic. Oh my God, loved it. But back on track. They had kitsunes, twin kitsunes in the books, and they served some ancient like kitsune god, and like their powers were so cool to me because I remember that they were speaking about what they can do, and one of them were like they can transform into anything found in nature. Like, they can become like trees. Like, they can become like not just foxes, they can become like full-grown trees. I think there was one quote that I always remember. It was like, can become a second moon in the sky. Like, that's how powerful they were. Or like maybe that was for the god that they followed. I don't know. But like, the lore in this book is crazy. And Klaus is like pretty much like still a major a-hole, but like he's much older. They're not like Vikings from 1,000 years ago in the books. They were like him and his siblings. His siblings weren't that important, honestly. They like the names Elijah, Rebecca weren't even in the books. They were just, I think there was one, they were called old ones too, like old ones, because they were like really old. I want to say like thousands of years old, like 3,000, I don't know, ancient creatures. But Klaus was like the only one who was given some type of importance. I think the sister was like mad, like she was crazy, and she was there for like, I don't know, half a chapter or something. But maybe she lived in a cave. I don't remember. But bro, there's like, it gets crazy. The lore is insane. Also, there are other worlds. Like there's a dark dimension and there's like a dimension of light where like the angels live. There's so much going on, yo. The books are just vastly different things. I'm telling you. I don't recommend them, but like the lore, wild, wild. The show didn't even do half of like the lore that they had. Like angels, no. Kitsunes, no. It was just vampires, werewolves, witches. Sidekicks towards the end too. But yo, two completely different things. Like Alexis, you're in for a journey. And like mind you, I started reading these books in preparation for like the release of the Vampire Diaries 4th season. I just stayed with it. Like that's how good the show was. I was like, these books aren't that great and they're totally a different thing. But that show was so good, and this is just more Vampire Diaries content. Like, I'm consuming it. I need it. Plus, I was like 13. I didn't like really care about the quality of the books. I was just reading for the story. I mean, I didn't really care about the quality of the writing. I was reading for the story. I went back and tried to read like the first one maybe 2 years ago. It was like when I was in like third year college. So like 3 years ago. I don't know. It didn't hit. It didn't hit. It didn't hit. And if you stayed for this whole video, kudos to you. Because like I could talk about the Vampire Diaries. I could talk about it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.